Good evening, everybody. Good evening. This is your boy, D. Cot, here with Cots Corner for another episode. We're warming up in Indianapolis. I got my boy here with me, Reggie, the king of trolls, Sykes. Now, mind you, this is not biased and a little truth. This one's Cots Corner. So we're going to see how today goes. I'm pretty excited about sharing a lot of information, Reggie, we talked about in the pre-show. So before I get started, I want to do some shout out to our sponsors, Matt Gaddis and State Farm, for all your insurance needs, home, health, auto, renter's insurance. Matt Gaddis is your guy. He's an Indianapolis legend, Pike High School legend, and Purdue graduate. Number to reach him is 317-894-3865. Second, wire to the nines, any low voltage needs that you have, in-home cameras, wireless, outside cameras, whatever you need, wire to the nines. And last but not least, Bigsy's Sports Grill, chicken wings. I don't eat chicken, we don't worry about that. They got beverages, they got a lot of good stuff.
Stop, you eat chicken.
But go see Lita and Matt at Bigsy's. They will get you taken care of. So without further ado, let's talk some stuff, man. We got a lot of good stuff going on. We just had the Super Bowl. We just had a brawl. We've got the All-Star talk. We've got draft talk. We're talking about who is and who isn't. A lot of good stuff, man. So since you're my guest, I'll let you roll. What do you want to start with?
Man, let's start with the Super Bowl since that was a few days ago. Get that out the way, short and sweet, and then let's talk about the fights, and then we can go from there.
Okay. Hey, I gotta give you credit, man. You were on the show, and I think you called something like 33-14. I said, "Are you asking for a blowout? Are you saying it's a blowout?" You said, "I hate the Patriots. I hate them, but they're gonna lose. It won't be close." So give you all the credit in the world because you called it like you saw it.
I know the NFL is trying to lean towards offenses, now, but that Seattle defense was just great, man. It was great. But I also told you that New England, the dummies, yes, could have won if they had followed the Colts game plan when they had Rivers. The Colts played them very, very close. The Colts had a chance to win that game, So I just think New England tried to play a style of ball that Seattle was ready for, that they couldn't beat. I mean, I never did understand. They're coming from the left side. Why wasn't you chipping that guy in the first quarter? He got his first couple of sacks. I never did understand that. I just had a feeling this was going to be a offensive game. That's how, a defensive game. And in Seattle, obviously ain't the best defense. I still think that if Knicks had played for Denver, Denver would have probably beat New England. Yeah, I'm biased, but this is Cots Corner, so we ain't going to go into that. We in Cots Corner today. I'm very, very biased. Yeah, well, you're your house. But, I knew it was going to be a blowout, but I thought New England would have scored more points than that. And they tricked me.
Listen, man, that left tackle they got from LSU, the first-round pick, he was on skates all night long, man. He's a rookie. Yeah, he couldn't hold up. Now, mind you, this is a top pick from LSU. This isn't from Cameron University. This is LSU first-round pick, and he couldn't hold up, man. He was overpowered from the beginning. He had a couple of false starts, and he was shook. You could tell he's just like, I got to get a jump. And it was all downhill after the end of that first quarter, in my opinion.
I still don't understand why they waited to the third and the fourth quarter to start chipping the guy or to start putting a tight end. Are you that set in your game plan? That's why I'm glad that offensive coordinator, what's his name?
You talking about McDaniel?
Yeah. I'm so glad he didn't come to the Colts because he never.
You talking about McDaniel? Yeah, McDaniel. Yeah.
He never adjusted his game plan. Usually after halftime, you come back, you make adjustments, you try to adjust. You need to chip him. You need to send a running back over there if you pass it. But these are things you need to do to help the guy out. I mean, yeah, he's a rookie. He was highly drafted, but he's going up against a smart veteran. And that was the tell of the tape to me.
Well, a talented veteran as well, too. The whole Seattle defense, is strong. It wasn't just not one guy. So you got to put your guys in a position to be successful. And to your point, that left tackle, there was no way he's going to be able to be successful with the heat they were bringing on him, man, all night.
Yeah.
All night.
Yes.
So, yeah, so that was tough, man. Low scoring game. People are talking about, oh, how boring of a game. Listen, man, it's football. You know, every game can't be 38-35.
Hey, man, look, I'm a sports guy. People that are fly the pan sports people, they don't remember the days of defenses winning championships. That used to be the saying. Your defense is going to win you a championship. And I hate to bring up these bums because the only thing I like about them is Mel Blount from the great Southern University, who's in the Hall of Fame. And the only reason I give him props because he picked the right college to go to. But the steel curtain, you know, these defenses of the past, when they didn't gear the offensive up to score as many points as they do nowadays, it's just the Seattle defense was a throwback defense. They were physical and they were letting them play. And I had no problem with it being a defensive game. Yeah, people say it was boring, but hey, you watched it. It was better than the commercials they had going on.
You know, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy, right? I'm sitting there watching the game. I'm down south working. We outside on the patio. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember not one commercial, not one. but here's what I do remember: that hellified halftime show.
Oh, that was a great halftime show, man.
I remember that show. Oh yeah. Hey, that's entertainment. Listen, I don't speak a language. But, you know, some of this rap we listen to, we don't understand that anyway. So, but I'm going to tell you talking about an entertainer, very entertained by that show. Made a lot of people mad.
And you could understand the message, even though you may not have understood the language, but you could see the message he was trying to deliver about unity. We're all as one. We're all immigrants. You could see the heritage he paid back to the sugar canes of Puerto Rico. You can see the heritage by him.
People didn't get that. They didn't get that.
I got it. I got them climbing up the light post too. The hurricane hit. I hear sometimes they say I'm rolling blackouts because people don't realize this is a U.S. territory. Yeah. We took over this place. It was a part of independent country. It's part of the U.S. I don't want to hear nothing about I'm in the U.S. and we should speak. We get a little political, but I'm gonna leave it at that. But
no. You know what? Love isn't political. Treating people right is not political. Respect is not political. We can sit there and try to take that path down. I'm not subscribing to it. Caring about your fellow man has nothing to do with politics. It's about care. Facts are facts.
I posted a cartoon the other day, and the cartoon had Indians looking at the Pilgrims.
I saw that.
It says what it said. I hate to go on these raids, but we got to prove something to these immigrants. That was hilarious.
But to that point, right? It was a good show, respectful show. I was highly entertained, and I'm gonna tell you this: used to be a time we were waiting for the commercials, right? Oh man, we can't wait to see the commercials. Man, I was jesting. I said, "Come on, halftime show, man!" I'm sitting there eating my vegan meal. I was eating my Brussels sprouts, and my cauliflower bites.
Who was eating a vegan meal?
Me.
Who?
Me. but with that said, but in all seriousness, as I put a cap on the Super Bowl, Seattle Seahawks won it fair and square. They were the best team from start to finish. No hate, no dislike. I love the fact that their quarterback, who's taking a lot of hits from me, came in strong and made it happen. So, kudos to Sam Darnold, that coaching staff, and all those players who played well in that game. So kudos to them, man.
So you got to think too. We've been talking about the quarterback position, with the coach, with Richardson, and other quarterback positions, where people say they may not be ready and stuff. I mean, how many teams did Sam Darnold play for? Quarterback position is one of the hardest positions to learn. Yeah. I think throwing some of these people out in the fire, it's too much for some. Everybody's not going to come
too much too soon.
And turn up. Right. And these teams are in a rush to get them on the second contract because they got them on this rookie scale. They're trying to see if we're going to keep them or not. Well, sometimes if you got the right coach and the right people, you can develop these quarterbacks and they can be great. You're giving up on them. Okay, we got a 5-year contract. We got 4 years or 3 years. I don't know how long the quarterback contract is.
5 years, 4 years with the 5th year option.
You got him time. I say the Colts, and I don't think he's going to be here. But I wish the coach would keep Richardson because I don't think Daniel's going to be ready at the beginning of the season.
No, he was it an ACL or was it an Achilles?
It was ACL. No, it was Achilles. It was Achilles.
So you're talking about roughly, he hurt himself in December, man.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be ready.
And
he
this
said he's
isn't
gonna be ready for training camp. Yeah,
bro, this isn't he may say he's ready, but this isn't basketball. This is football. Somebody's hitting at your legs.
Yes,
and Daniel Jones, a big part of his game is his ability to run. If he doesn't have the ability to run, he ain't Daniel Jones, right?
And speaking of Daniel Jones, look at him. Isn't this like his 3rd team? You know,
yeah, he was a Giant. He had a year in Minnesota, and then he's with the Colts. But here's the thing: he was a laughing stock when the Colts got him. Look at this! Look how horrible you all are going to be. Then all of a sudden, you start off 8-1.
And you was one of the main ones leading the chorus. You're the one who gave me a hard time. I was like, I'm willing to give him a chance, even though
I don't remember that. I don't
by the third game, even though I'm a Richardson guy, by the 3rd game, I was like, well, okay, maybe this was a good pick.
Yeah, I don't remember that. It escapes me now. I don't want to get into all that extra stuff like that. But putting a bone in the NFL, right? So pivot over to the NBA. This past week, we had Detroit and like I said, the Carolina and the Charlotte Hornets. Are they Hornets back again? Or are they
Charlotte Hornets? Charlotte Hornets.
Because you remember they were the whatever they were before, and Bobcats or whatever. Hey, got a big brawl going on. My boy Isaiah Stewart is in the epicenter of it. Came off the bench, trying to throw haymakers.
I told you that's why I don't believe in the one Pistons. I told you on my show. Truth with a little bit of bias. I hate the Pistons, but I don't believe in Stewart and Stewart's going home. But you said Stewart's been playing good. He's a leader.
I say he's been playing great. I didn't say good. I said great.
He's a fake tough guy. He's a fake tough guy. When the Pacers had Jones on the bench, if Jones had been over there, I bet you would have stayed his butt on that bench. You wouldn't have came on. You wouldn't have came on the court. He's a
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Because Jones no black belt, he would have KO'd him real quick. As soon as he ran out there, he would have drop kicked him and gave him a leg. Would have probably gave him a leg sweep and a drop kick. Gave him all,
Not the leg sweep. The leg sweep for real, man.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. That you know the game. So yeah. But Pistons, I will give them credit. They're a good team. You are correct. And they can be worrying. I saw the threes that Cunningham
hit the other last night.
Yes. Yeah. 49. George Maple. I wonder if he's listening to the show.
We should tag him. Keep talking. I'm going to tag him.
They got beat by 49 points. 49 points. I want to know the Sixers fans we're getting off subject. We tend to deviate from our pre-production
plan. We can do that. It's okay. The boss isn't here today, so we can have some fun.
So I want to know if Philadelphia fans are still trusting the process. Joe Embiid sitting down. I just want to know.
You almost made me spit out my water when you. It's a long process.
Very long. Years.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of talk. Initially it was saying, hey, these guys should be held to a standard 10+ game suspension, blah, 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 blah. This is no place for the game. Then I saw people in our chat talking about, well, if the NBA is so soft, why are you complaining about it? And here's what I said. Here's the difference. The NBA is soft. You got a guy who goes to the basket, foul baiting, falls on the ground, gets 2 shots. Then you have another guy going to the hoop. He gets hit. He falls on the ground. Now, if he gets up and does the Fred Sanford imitation, they're looking at it for a flagrant.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, the league is soft. But stay consistent, NBA. A guy like that, a guy knocks a guy down, he'll get ejected from the game on a basketball play. But you're gonna suspend a guy, tops with 7 games 4, then 2-2.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough based on what you hold players to at this point.
Hey, I have no love lost for the Pistons. I think Stewart should have got 15 games. I
I'm
remember
talking
we
about
had the
both
balance
teams.
in the
I'm talking about both teams. So Stewart got 7. I think was it Bridges
2,
got 4, and then the other 2 got 2 games.
2. Yeah.
Based on how they referee the game, those all should have been double. Because how they referee now. Now, if that was in 1991, we say, oh, okay, these suspensions were warranted because we understood that. But with the soft as the league is now, nah, man. I mean, I'm not gonna say it should be X, Y, or Z.
They're not getting suspended for the foul. They're getting suspended for the actions afterwards. It wasn't a headbutt to me. I saw Green said it wasn't a headbutt. It was kind of like I put my head into your. It wasn't a headbutt.
They do that, right? How much of that is social media driven as well, Reggie? Everybody's on social media. Everybody's getting, catching strays and getting things thrown at them. Maybe some of these guys, like, they don't want to be embarrassed, right? And I think some of these actions are because I don't want to be embarrassed.
Some of these kids are so sensitive.
Yeah,
that's it's just ridiculous.
It ain't just the kids. It ain't just the kids. We got guys in some of our sports groups that are real sensitive too.
Jason,
it ain't just the kids. But with hey, but let's talk standings.
Say names out loud, man. You got to say names out loud.
Let's talk standings. Still to this day, Detroit is 5.5 games ahead of Boston, 6 games ahead of the Knicks. But did you see the Cavaliers last night too?
Yeah, Cavaliers are looking good. It looked like Harding is finishing.
Man, Harding looked pretty good, didn't he?
And he's not he ain't had a practice. He told Spider, do what you do. I'm do secretary, and he's passing the ball. He ain't ball hogging. He's fit and getting better than what I thought.
Well, let me tell you this.
I moved Cleveland up a little bit. I moved Boston back because they got blew out the other day by the Knicks. So I moved them back a little bit. And then you forgot to tell me on my show that the Knicks had picked up old boy out of New Orleans, a little scrappy guy.
The guard. Yeah. Alvarado. Yeah. He's a good player. He's a good player as well. But as we were talking, I'd still say Detroit's the class of the East. You had said Boston, but now moving up, I think Knicks, ish.
This week I moved Cleveland up. Cleveland up. I'm gonna say I just gotta give Detroit the number 1 spot. I'm gonna say Cleveland.
What up, Corey? Corey's in the house.
I'm gonna say Cleveland. Knicks tape for Corey. And then I'm gonna say Detroit. Then I'm gonna say Boston. I've changed my whole order.
It's tape them up. That was his thing. Tape them up.
What it is?
but no, man. In all honesty, the Knicks, they've turned it around. They were struggling for a bit, and me and Corey were talking about that. They've hit the button, man. I still don't think they can overtake Detroit, but in a 7-game series, you don't know. Injuries can happen, things can happen, and you just don't know, right? So I would love to see a Detroit, Knicks series. A year later, removed from last year. I would love to see that.
I can agree with you on that. Man, maybe Detroit has to the end of the season to get to my number 1 spot. I mean, Scott Nichols and Fonzo May in our sports group, they make it hard for me to give them the benefit of the doubt anything from Detroit right now.
Fair enough. They got to earn it. Right? Yeah, it's sort of like this. It's sort of like how the Hoosiers had to earn after beating the snot out of Ohio State, beating the snot out of Oregon twice, beating the snot out of Alabama. Sometimes you got to make a believer out of people, right?
Hey, man. Oh, keep going. You brought up a good subject, man. I forgot about an article I want to bring up. Go ahead.
Okay. Just talking about earning it, right? Hoosiers earned it. Seattle earned it the right way. And now is this Detroit's year to look to earn.
I see. They said you hate.
He still hate. Hey, I'm trying. I'm trying to keep him from. I'm trying to keep him hating so much. But I gotta let him roll a little bit.
Hey man, Corey posted a good article the other day. And they're talking about how upside down Florida State. What was the other school? How upside down they are in the NIL money. And they're talking about these teams not being able to compete and everything. And then at the end of the story, they said, until the Candy Stripes won the championship this year, showing that you don't necessarily, you can have all the money you need, but you got to spend that money smartly. You got to spend that NIL money smartly. You just can't give a whole bunch of money to players and think you're going to win because you spent the most money. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Well, it's been proven, right? It's been proven. Smart money. Think about the years in the 80s when George Steinbrenner was spending all that money and the Yankees weren't winning. Yeah, you spending money. Was that saying all money ain't good money or something like that?
Exactly. Yeah. And Corey, I hate your Knicks, but I would believe in your Knicks before I believe in the one Pistons, just because of Scott Nichols.
Look, man, when I'm drinking my water, you can't say that when I'm drinking my water. I got all of my electronics right here. You can't do it.
I'm telling you what I'm thinking. Man. That's all.
But you know what though? As this NBA has evolved, you see what's going on with the tanking, and you see people being up in arms about tanking. There won't be a show, a Cots Corner, with my boy Reggie on, not talking about our Pacers. Look, man, talk about integrity. They won the last 2 games playing guys hard, right? Playing guys real hard. And, your bench players, they're not trying to lose either. They out there playing like this is the 7th game of the finals, man.
Hey, man, if you
got to give them credit. Hold on. I'm going to give them a little bit of credit. But listen, here's the deal, man. It's already been determined because the Pacers are playing with integrity. They're going to get 1 through 4 because the NBA is going to reward them for having integrity. You see what they did with Utah? Marketing was listed as out 2 nights ago. Mm-hmm. They took him off the injury report and he played. Laurie Marketing was called rest. They took him off the report and he had to play. What Utah's been doing, they've been playing their guys at the beginning of the game until the 3rd quarter. Game is tight. Did you see the video where Utah's coach had his hands in his pockets? They were getting thumped. He's got his hands in his pocket like shit.
You ain't heard the news, have you?
No.
Jaren Jackson for Utah's out the rest of the year. You tell me they ain't taking it. They say he has to have surgery on his knee. When they examined him, they found a growth on his knee that wasn't bringing him pain, but it's going to grow and give him pain later. So he's going to have surgery, he said, the rest of the season.
You see what I'm saying? That's my point. So
they're tanking.
But that's why everybody knows they're tanking. That's why the Crib Keeper is going to reward the Pacers 1 through 4.
Hey, man.
It's a done deal. I'm not complaining about it anymore. I don't care what they do. Well, I do, but I don't. What they do for the rest of the season. You know why? Because it's already been determined. This is WWE 1989. Me and Lamont Caraway sitting at home on Tuesday nights. It's called Tuesday Night Titans. And Hulk Hogan's coming through the stage. He's got the Iron Sheik in the ring, and he's got the camel clutch on him. Hulk Hogan does this shaking the head thing. He walks around, I'm mad, and he's going to win. It's predetermined.
So you finally admitting the WWE is fake. You're finally admitting that. It is. You're finally admitting it.
Just like the NBA, just like NFL. It's fake. Hey, listen, you're on my show, okay? We're not gonna have this. If you don't keep this up, there's gonna have to be some consequences. I'm gonna treat you like my man treated the 2020 reporter years ago. Call it fake again. you keep that up. You want to? We're gonna be moving the merger.
Hey, look, Corey even laughing.
But no, man, it's there. I'm not getting. I know my boy Brandon Reef and JB. They were hotter than pepper pudding last night.
I checked out that show. They were very hot. Yeah.
Listen, those of y'all that don't know what pepper pudding is, talk to some of your family from the South. They was hotter than pepper pudding. Ain't nothing hotter than pepper pudding. So I'm okay. I'm sitting back, relaxed. 1 through 4 it is.
Look, man. The Pacers only had 8 players. You would expect them to lose. The Nets had an 18-point lead at one time, but the Pacers got players on there that don't want to lose. Did you see the dunk? I've been telling you all year I like Quincy Jackson.
Yeah.
I've been telling you, he's out there. The Pacers are not going to be able to send him down to the G League next year. I think what's going to have to happen.
He's too good to be a G League. But here's the thing. When next season comes, everybody's back. Will you still be a reliable guy? And I said this. Play your young guys. Get them right. Get them good. Get them going. Hey, Pepper Pudding, look it up. Hey, as my boy Kurt Signetti said, Google me. Google Pepper Pudding. But to that point, though, entertaining brand of basketball, young guys getting a lot of experience. That's a win, man. Yes, that's a win without a doubt. So I love what's going on there.
You can send Peters back down. You can send Cam down a little bit so he can get playing time like he did Jarris Walker, when he first came in. Furphy's going to be out. So you can sign Quincy Jackson. I don't think he's eligible to play G League with the Pacers anymore. I think somebody else could sign him to their G League team. But I think he's used up his time with the Pacers. You can sign him to a 2-year. You can sign him to a 2-year deal, 1 year guaranteed, 1 year team option.
Yeah,
you can do that. Peters is going to go down to the G League,
right?
And that should give you enough room to keep everybody else and bring in AJ out of BYU.
Well, it'll be either AJ or my sources are telling me AJ, but Caleb Wilson is climbing the charts.
Caleb Wilson took a ring back to me the other day in that Miami game. He went backwards to me. I had Boozer behind him.
He was high off that Duke win. You see what he did against Duke?
Yes, I did, man.
He's 19.
Carolina won.
He's going to be inconsistent. He's going to be in.
Yeah. So
he's going to be inconsistent.
So we just switched the subject up. Another one of Corey's team, Chalk Rock, whatever they say, man. I know it's about the line.
Rock, Chalk, Jayhawk, man.
Yes,
Corey, I got your back.
Yeah. I like Ben Shepherd, Corey. Ben Shepherd is a role player. He isn't a starter. He comes off the bench and he gives you men and he plays good defense. That's what we need him to do.
Oh, see, Corey just said Caleb hurt his hand. That's why clearly because he's a dominating player. He'll be fine. He's gonna wear number 40 for the Pacers when he gets there. Either 40 or he's gonna wear number 20. We haven't figured it out yet. That's the number that Caleb Wilson.
Because my phone ring and I cut off. I didn't hear you.
Caleb Wilson. Caleb Wilson. When we draft him, yeah.
No, man. You always wrong. We're gonna get AJ. Me and you both agree, man. I like the guy out of Kansas. I like Corey's guy. But, man, I'm like you, man. I'm a little nervous about his injuries and the flu. You said, do you believe he wants to play basketball or not? Has he made enough money? What's going on? Let me share this.
You're exactly right. And here's what I've been thinking, right? I believe that Kansas is protecting him from something. I don't think he's injured. He's missed 11 games this season. He played half a game against Utah. Same thing, BYU. Half the game, cramps. Now they're saying last week he has a cold. Flu. Flu. You can name it what you want. 19-year-olds don't get sick. Don't give me that. They're protecting him from something. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. They should. Whatever it is, I support them protecting him. Whatever it is, it's going to come out to the NBA teams. Because somebody's going to say to you, right on, Corey, somebody's going to say, hold on a minute. You missed 10 games. You look great in the first half against the proverbial number 1 player in college basketball. And then you couldn't play. Cramps aren't, you're looking great, then all of a sudden you're not. You're laboring with cramps. And I'm not talking about LeBron cramps in 2012. I'm not talking about those type of cramps. I'm talking about real cramps, right? Hey,
man. Listen. I'm not a Kansas guy. You know that, but I have been impressed with the victories they've had this last week.
They beat Arizona, undefeated Arizona,
Yes,
without their best player, Reggie. Without their best player.
Yes. So, do you think they are saving him for the tournament because they want him to be fresh for the tournament? Because he's got to play every game in the tournament if they're going to win it all.
He's 19. Okay, call back 64 years when you were 19. Were you ever tired?
Hell no.
Exactly.
Man, I didn't get tired back then, man. I didn't even know that.
That's my point. So saving him doesn't, because he's only there for 1 year. What you saving for?
These kids aren't built like us, though, man. These kids are not built like the old heads, man. They don't want to play every game.
But you're not. No, man. Someone said he's already load managing and he's in college.
Hey, Corey, that's your guy, man. Corey, I really think he's going to be a special player in the NBA. I really do. But this is too risky of a pick for my Pacers to take. I think he's going to be great.
Ready,
unless not load management.
Unless we find out. I say we. The Pacers find out. Here's exactly why, and they can break it down. Then there's an opportunity, right? But if they go into the draft, he and his people go into the draft and not telling what happened, because no one at this point, even my boy Corey, he rock chalk all day long. He doesn't believe that this guy has missed 10 games because of cramps and a cold. Mm-hmm. Corey doesn't, and Corey's not a homer. That's the thing I like about having Corey on here, because Corey is a legitimate fan who's non-biased. Now, when we have our bias show, he can be biased. But from an overall perspective, he's going to give you his take, right? And he knows it. And that's the thing. We both think he's going to be great. But it's not a good look. That's why I say the school is protecting him from something. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking that the truth will come out sometime between now and June 25th.
I agree. And that's why I've moved AJ ahead of him, but I still got him number 2. I still can't move him down by Cab and Boozer. I moved Boozer above Cab. And I just don't like how Boozer run, but I didn't like how Miles Turner ran either. But Boozer's a hell of a player, man.
Hey, quick pivot. Man, I was at the Orlando game the other night, Orlando and Milwaukee. Man, it was 2/3 of the fans there were Giannis fans, man. I felt like I was in a Greek connection, man. It was so many. They had the Greek jerseys and calling his name. But I'm going to tell you this. Again, Orlando Magic, the Kia Center is a dump. Nothing compares to Gamers Life Fieldhouse. Okay. We are so spoiled with where we have. I'm telling you. I've been a few places. We are spoiled, man. We are absolutely spoiled.
Let me ask you this. How did Miles look the other day?
He looked terrible. He looked terrible. Miles has looked terrible. And Giannis isn't there, so you got an opportunity to be the big man and dominate. Miles man, I love me some Miles, man. But I got to be honest, man, he just looks bad. And I'm going to tell you this. He looks out of place. See him on the bench. He doesn't look like he's there. Those guys.
System. Yeah, he don't fit the system. I think he's going to be traded. He's going to be traded to the Lakers. He's going to be out here.
It'll have to be a summer deal. The Lakers are going to have a lot of money under the cap, so that's a possibility. But if he's not comfortable in a small market,
he's already under contract.
Well, I'm saying, but he's not a free agent. He's got to get traded for something, right?
Right.
Exactly. Corey's right. But the bigger thing that is, he just looks unhappy and out of place. And I'm not talking about just on the court. I'm talking about on the bench. He's sitting there. He's there. There's not a lot of love. There's not a lot of energy. Doc Rivers seems like a miserable coach. Darvin Ham looks like a shell of a coach. Mm-hmm. It's a bad look for them as a whole. And then on top of that, they gave up about 6 minutes to go in the game. They were down 14 or 15 points. They put Giannis's brother in. And you know when Doc puts in Giannis's brother, game over. It's game over, man. Game over.
Hey, all 3 brothers playing for the Bucks organization. The younger brother is playing for their G League team also.
Bro, yeah. So I didn't want to kick too far away from the college draft.
I know we got away from college draft, but I heard Ben looked pretty nice in that Clippers uniform the other day. I think he's changed his number to number 9. I really hate to give up on Ben, man. We didn't give up on Ben.
I'm gonna tell you this. I hope Ben Mathurin has an absolute. You know why? The other thing is,
He's Wado.
like,
Yes, he is Wado. Yeah.
I don't know him personally, but Ben Mathers is a fellow roulette player. And that dude is as cool as a cucumber, man. And I like Ben Matherin. He never big time. He would speak to people. He didn't like, sachet and all that stuff like that. Matter of fact, he and Isaiah Jackson at Shelbyville many times when I was going to visit a lot, I would see him. But again, I'm biased about that. I'm biased about it, but I hope he does great. The dude deserves it, man. He deserves it. So,
there's certain people when they leave the Pacers, they're always considered Pacers, and we have respect for them. There's certain people that want that respect that don't get it. I mean, I didn't have a problem with Paul George when he was here. I didn't have a problem with Miles when he was here. But the way you left the team, and now that you're mad because they won't put your picture on a video screen like they did some of the other Pacer greats. You left in a bad position. I know. I left this one in our production meeting. I know. I apologize.
Don't get me started about this Paul George fiasco. Listen, he is who he is, and I'm still telling you to this day, if it comes out that he played the game on the mental health piece, I'm going to eviscerate him. I'm telling you now, Reggie. We're going to be on Cots Corner. We're going to be biased on a little bit of truth, but
you're going to be on every show. The show with Isaiah, Game Time,
everybody. Quick pivot. Let's talk about the video. You and I being superstar Indiana Pacer fans, right?
Hey,
we sat up there. Hey, someone said, "Oh, that's AI." No. Everything you heard is what we said. Every word is what we said.
Hey, man, I sent the video to JMV. Shouts out to JMV. 107.5 The Fan. He retweeted it. He said, "This is great. I love it." I was so excited, man.
Listen,
people bit me up because they said I said a word that East Siders don't say. They said golly gee.
Hey,
I think I was trying to keep them saying GD.
Look, just between me and you, no one else is watching. They were right. You can't say golly like that. You can't say golly like that.
Is that what we doing?
I'm like, hey, but you know what? It was natural. Right. It was natural, and we had a lot of fun, right? And one of the things they cut, they cut to our favorite usher, right? That was cool too, right? And it was fun,
Paulette and them too.
Yeah, people reaching out, man, say, I saw your video. I saw your video. Cott Jr., he's at work. He's sitting there, he texts me, "Pops, you available?" I said, "Yeah." He gonna call me. "Hey, I see you. My boy sent me the video. They talking about you and your boy Reggie." I was like, "That's just kind of who we are, That's just what we do. That's just what we do." But it was fun, right?
My daughter's like, "Who did I pay to get on there? I paid 15 years worth of season tickets to get on there. They better give me something."
Hey, listen. That's the least they could have done all that damn money.
Right.
But that's real fandom, right? I had a lot of people encouraging, a lot of encouraging stuff, man. Sharing, hey, man, I would love to be a part of that, do something like that. But that's over time, man. I even posted it on LinkedIn and shared. I tagged Joe and Dennis. They responded. They reposted it as well. That's fun stuff, man. We enjoy ourselves. People can clown and we want our place to win, but we understand every game we ain't winning. But we're gonna go there and have some fun. That's our entertainment.
And you know what? This is a losing season, and we're still going to the games. Partly because we spent money on these tickets, but we're gonna go to the game and we're gonna make the best out of a bad situation. We're doing.
Yeah. Because you know why? You know why? Because next year, remember, how people were on us last year? "Hey, you got any tickets? Can you hook me up?" Them same people that ain't reached out. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Don't call me. I ain't got nothing for you. I don't care who you are. I ain't got nothing for you. Get it on your own. I'm just saying. Don't call me. Because we already ready for next year already, by the way.
We got to go back to college basketball.
Okay. Pivot back to college basketball.
You talk bad about Purdue. That Purdue-Nebraska game, that Arizona-Kansas game, that North Carolina, that Duke game. Man, I was in college basketball heaven this week, man. There were so many great games out here. Corey, I'm starting to like Kansas this much. I used to like them that much, but I'm starting to like them this much. I'm impressed with Kansas. Man. And you didn't like Braden Smith. Man, Purdue needed to win that game. Oh, what about them Wolverines? What about the Michigan State game? Man, it's been some great college basketball, man. I've loved it. I think
that's
the
what I'm talking about.
tournament this year, because of the NIL deals, it's going to be a great game. There's only one team left unbeaten now. I think it's a mid-major, Miami, Ohio.
Miami, Ohio.
Yes. So this March Madness is going to be off the hook. And I hadn't said anything to anybody. I just been thinking of this. But me, you, Brandon,
JB,
Jonathan, let's put Corey in it. Let's put Scott Nichols in it. Let's put Gail Young in it. We need to do a basketball pool, just us. It can be a friendly bet, $1, like on Trading Places. $1. We need to get that together.
That's always $1, right?
We're gonna let you get in it too, and we can do it online and do it. Yeah, we need to set that up with Brandon, JB, Scott, Corey, and with us.
We gotta make sure my boy Gail Young is in there too. That's my boy.
Make sure Gail's in there. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's look to do something like that. That'll be good because to your point, hey man, it's getting better and better. And the good thing about it is it's a nice supplement to some of the garbage that we're seeing in the NBA. Mm-hmm. The tanking and all that stuff. Think about this, man. The Lakers sat all 5 of their starters against San Antonio. Mm. This isn't a Memphis home game. This is in LA, the most expensive tickets in the country.
That's crazy. And they're not going to get a top pick. They don't have their picks.
Imagine this. The person who bought those tickets thinking, I'm going to get to see Wemby go against Bron or whomever at the beginning of the year. He got to the game and said, wait a minute, I just spent $4,000 per seat mid-level to see this?
Mm-hmm. And think about it. San Antonio had all right to sit Wemby because that game before where he had, 25 points in the first quarter?
Yeah.
I mean, Wemby is going to be let's refer back to Bias with a Little Bit of Truth under the Game Time Network show. Who did I tell you to worry about in the West?
You said, listen, you've been right. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to give you credit where credit is due. Seattle over New England, mm-hmm. San Antonio over LA. You talked about that. You boasted early on about the Hoosiers college football, early on, way early on. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. You and I may have to get together after this and do some DraftKings and see what we can. Hey, as my mama used to say, put your money on the wood and make your betting good. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you. So listen.
Corey's making a good point. The college game right now is definitely better than the product the NBA is putting out. I gotta agree with you on that, Corey.
Without a doubt, man. And I understand there are people who I just love the NBA. My co-host Isaiah, he's addicted to the NBA. I don't see how he's addicted to this trash right now. Now people could say that about us. Well, you're saying this, and you're a season ticket holder. Yeah, you're right. Okay, you got me. It's my entertainment. Mm-hmm. It's my money. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna tell you where to put your money. But if you're just talking and you ain't putting your money there, you can keep your comments to yourself.
Hey, man, I like Isaiah, man. We talked bad about you this week, so when you were out of town. So
hey, I know. I heard. But you know what, though?
Even though he's a Lakers fan, I'm going to give him a break, So,
let me tell you this. I have no problem because I was in upper 70-degree weather, kicking back, eating outdoor patio, grubbing with my Brussels sprouts and my cauliflower bites. So I'm all good with that.
And you half a rack of ribs, eh?
No, it's always a whole. It's never. Hey, so with that said, what else did we not cover? We covered a little bit of football, Super Bowl, NBA, All-Star. Let's talk All-Star, man. Hey, man.
Which All-Star?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm probably not even. I didn't watch the NFL All-Star.
There's nothing.
All-Star.
Bro, there's nothing that interests me about the All-Star festivities in any way. So you got guys that are hurt; they're not going to be playing. You got guys that are going to be there just to show calls. They're doing all this gimmick stuff: the East against the West, the Stars and Stripes versus this. You know what? When you have to do that, that tells you right now your product isn't something that consumers want to consume. So you got to be creative and do all these gimmicks. You know what they say, when you do all these trick plays, that means you can't beat them straight up.
Right.
Same thing. Right. That's where we are in the NBA. And I'm gonna say it here. And Isaiah, I know you're watching. I don't give a damn. You can watch the NBA All-Star game. If I want to watch that type of ball, I'll go to West Montgomery Park, east side of Indianapolis. In the summertime, I can watch better hoops at West Montgomery Park in the summertime. Maybe not now because guys don't hoop like we used to. But back in the day, I would watch better hoops that way. I'm going to watch Deadliest Catch the marathon while the NBA All-Star game.
Hey. The Lincoln Lawyer is back on Netflix, so I need to go ahead and binge watch that and get out the way. I got a couple of shows I need to binge watch and get out the way.
Corey says three-point shot. Okay.
That may be worth watching. I agree with Corey on that.
And here's what I don't like, what Corey just said. This is really a gimmick. This fool ain't played all year.
And he's going to cut back to the three-pointers?
Man, if I were – he's in Portland. If I were a Portland fan and seeing where they could use some veteran leadership on the court, and you can't go out here and shoot threes.
What's going on with Scoot Henderson, man?
He's back. He had a hamstring tear. His first game back was last week. Okay. First game back was last week. So yeah. So I'll find something else to do. I'm not gonna watch any of the All-Star Fest. No, three-point shot. No, I'm okay. I can do without. But with that said, what else you got? What else you got?
Man, I think that's about all. This is your show. Why I got to lead your show? This is Cots Corner, not truth bias.
Hey, man, I'm getting back in the swing of things. I've been out for a week. I've been out. Oh, by the way, I gotta apologize to the fans. We did not have a show on Sunday. I apologize. I was in the air. I was trying to coordinate some things. We couldn't make it work. We apologize, but that's why we're doing Cots Corner today. We got our videos uploading, a lot of them. We're gonna flood the network. I passed out a lot of business cards down in Orlando. Hopefully the network continues to grow. And we got a lot of good things coming on down the pike in this spring, as we talked about. We're gonna all hang out at Bigsy's one day, shoot some pool, drink some ice cold beverages, see how things go, and go from there. But no, we're appreciate you stepping in with me, man. I know that you're at they say you're at work, working and everything. But no, man, I appreciate the love, man.
Look, I gotta look around. Don't put me on blast too much. Don't tell the people where I work at. Okay.
I know. I'm not saying that at all. But as we go out of this thing again, thanks to all of our sponsors. You all know who they are. Wire to the Nines, Matt Gadsden, State Farm Insurance, and of course, I just talked about Bigsy Sports Grill. Reggie, thanks for joining me, man.
Before you sign off, I appreciate you, Isaiah and Ramon, for bringing me in under the Game Time Network, man. This is going to be a fun thing to do, man, and I appreciate the opportunity to do what we love to do, what we always do. Talk sports, man.
Yeah,
I want to thank you three guys for letting me come in on the Game Time Network. I appreciate you.
And I want to share this one last thing. For those y'all that don't believe Reggie and I are enemies, we're still enemies. We don't like each other. We just tolerate each other for this time. After the call, we're gonna cuss each other out and be real negative towards each other, like we all
like we always do.
Nothing changes. But no, in all sense, appreciate the love, y'all. Thanks for viewing. We may have a little something this weekend. We got to connect on our schedules, but we'll have some good things going on. This weekend, we are speaking to an NAIA college basketball expert. We're going to have some conversation about the NAIA world of basketball and how it plays into the Division I. It's a feeder system in the Division I. And, of course, we're going to always talk about Grace College. Grace College, Northern Indiana. My boy, Scott Moore. That's my homeboy. Hey, my mama's maiden name was Moore, so Scott Moore and I are connected somewhere. We're related.
Hey, man, that's a great shirt, man.
Not a lot of love. Appreciate the love. Thanks for viewing, everybody. Y'all take care, be blessed, and have a great rest of the day.
Deuces.